All right, getting this out kind of late, but market update for the 13th. So we started off down here, 380.82. Video earlier, I talked about this bounce right here. We came up right into this supply zone right here. If you're not familiar with supply zones, usually it's a move right before a bigger candle. I think right here is a pretty good supply zone on the 1 hour time frame. You hit it and backed off. It doesn't mean we're going to go to new lows, and I think that this is actually likely an ABC move, but it also could be a 5-wave move. If you go down to lower time frames, I don't really like it as a 5-wave move, but if you go down to the lowest time frames, it's a very, like if I look at parallel lines, usually parallel lines will give you an idea, and this doesn't come close to breaking outside of it. But I still have to consider the possibility of this being 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here. And then we're backing off because we do hit the 50% retracement right here. And that's what's needed for a second wave. So I see two different possibilities. Both of them are bullish. And invalidation on this move, since I'm bullish on both possibilities. For the 5-wave move, it's below 380.68. On a ABC move, it's likely going to be below the demand zone, the weekly demand zone that ends around 378. So basically, if you break 380.68 tomorrow morning on the CPI, then the move I'm talking about is invalidated. But if we get an ABC move, I'm looking for the ABC move, I'm looking for a move all the way up here to 396.55. And that could also be a third wave. And if you remember in the videos before, I talked about 396 being a key level because on the 4-hour time frame, I think you can probably see on the daily, but on the 4-hour, it's pretty obvious. We have another supply zone right here. It starts at 396.23, this candle right here. So I'm about to draw it right here. Got a supply zone right there. And so this move would just look like either A, B, C, like that, and then we sell off. Or we bottomed right here, which is also just as likely, and we're looking for a move down here, and then we'd probably see something around, let's see, 396, pull back to 394. We'd probably look something around 400, I bet. Just based on fibs, I would look for, yeah, probably 402 to 404. And I'm pretty sure that's a supply zone as well. So basically, either scenario, ABC or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, impulsive move. We're looking for the next move up here to 396, 397. I'm currently in TQQQ. I bought it at 21.40 after or right before the market closed. So I am risking a little bit. If you get bad CPI tomorrow and it's hot, then I'll likely stop out and lose a little bit of money. But I'm risking basically like $4 or $5 to make like 10, 11, potentially all the way up here to 400. So it's pretty good risk reward. So anyway, now zooming out on the chart, if those are the two possibilities, ABC higher, so we started ABC, or a 5-wave move and we bottomed, if we get ABC, we know it's going to 396, then we have W, X, and then Y lower. And the Y lower would most likely go to somewhere around 358. So this is a possibility still. And let's see what the 1.61 fib of this move is. And yeah, 358 is the 1.61 fib as well. And so we got 348 down here in October, 358 here in potentially in April. So what would happen after that? We would most likely melt up to August highs minimum, maybe even higher than that, going into the summertime. So it seems kind of crazy, but that is very possible. Or if we started the 5-wave move, then we're looking up here at 450, 460 for the next move higher. So basically, I'm bullish either way. I'm bullish short term, and I'm bullish even if we come down here to 358. I'm still bullish for us to go to at least 430 into the summertime. QQQ, same thing, little bit different, but if we go down to the lower time frames, you'll see that we have A, again, pullback B. I would look for 300 test for the C wave. That means we're coming up here pretty much to the top of this move right here. And then for the next move down, we'd be looking for probably something around 280. The video earlier, I talked about if these are equal, W, X, Y, then we're going down here to 280. The 1.61 fib is at 275. So again, same thing, but I would lean towards this being ABC and then move lower. So I guess on SPY, I'm kind of leaning lower, short term, ABC and then lower. And I think that it's shown here on QQQ a little bit easier. If this is the bottom, it could be, but it's a very short X wave or Y wave. So this whole move is W, X, Y, but you can see how short this is. It only went from 303 to 285, that's 18 points. This went from 313 to 290, that's 23 points. So that's why 300 makes a lot of sense, and then 280. So that's QQQ. And again, that shows that SPY is most likely going to come up here to 396 and then probably sell off more. Apple, already have this drawn out. Apple, I'm looking for, let's see here. Apple, I'm looking for a move up here, ABC, up here to the very top here at 156.35 into this supply zone, and then a move lower, probably going to go down to 144, 143, right into this demand, and then that should end it, actually. A little bit lower than this, actually, so probably looking at something around here, but honestly, basically a normal flat. So normal flat, the B wave comes up to the very top of the A wave, come back down here to the bottom of the C wave. And then I'm looking for a move up to 175. So again, W, X, Y, that. So Amazon, same thing as Apple. I'm looking for a move up here to the very top of the zone, 96 bucks. Basically in a demand right now, and then I moved down here to 85 bucks. The VIX really blasted off. Interesting, it actually ended in a weekly supply zone. So we got weekly supply right here, ended right there and backed off. Anytime we get to 30, unless it's like crazy news, it's usually a good time to go long. But in this case, I could see us backing off tomorrow, maybe a little bit more, and then going higher. Because if you think about it, if we're going to go to 430 or 440, 450, we're going to need something up here in the mid 30s, maybe 30 to 35, in order for there to be enough VIX suppression to get the move down to like probably the teens from the mid 30s in order to get SPY and QQQ way up there. And by the way, QQQ, the target's 335 after we bottom. The dollar is selling off. It has to do with something about, it had something to do, there's some news about reserve currency and like China forging with other countries and making the dollar weaker, you know, blah, 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 blah. We don't really know. That's just the news they report. but currently this move does look corrective. And for that reason, I think that we are looking for more upside. So if this is corrective, it could go like this though. Something like that, and then we go higher. This is a supply zone, so it's going to take a lot to get through 107.22, but I think it could get all the way up to 109 before we finally start selling off again. Long term, looking at the chart, 109 is supply zone right up here for this big candle down. So 109.25 might be in a target range. This one went up to 105.90. We got 189. So I will be looking for, maybe it already bottomed here actually. We'll see tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow should be very telling though. Let's go over Bitcoin. Bitcoin with a big move higher. And I think I talked about it in one of the videos recently that I was looking for 19 to 20,000 and it nailed it and then went higher. The question is this a B wave though? Right now it looks pretty impulsive to me. Very impulsive actually. It could be. Let's go on lower time frames. Although this kind of looks ABC-ish. We'll have to find out here soon. If the market sells off, though, I would expect it probably to come back down. But the thing is, for how far this B wave has came up, even if it comes down, it's probably only going to come back down here to 19, 20,000. People are using this as a place to put their money ever since the bank news. Gold and silver have been taken off. I probably should start doing charts on gold and silver, but I haven't yet. I haven't looked at that in a long time. But Bitcoin is a place to put your money right now with all the banking news. And I bought right here. I was very happy about this move, but I don't plan on selling or anything right now. I think that this can go, up to probably looking at least 30,000 before the market sells off. And I don't know. I mean, Bitcoin's pretty unpredictable. This could have already bottomed right here. So tomorrow, again, in summary, I'm pretty bullish going into tomorrow. I'm expecting 396 on SPY, 300 on QQQ, Apple probably back up here to the top, and I just forgot I have not done Tesla. And Tesla is a very interesting chart. I see two different paths for Tesla based on what happens with SPY and QQQ. So if you remember in the last video, let me get rid of these first. The last video I talked about how this is an expanded flat. And we did come down lower than that, but I think that this was actually a B wave. Let me look at this on lower time frame. Yeah, this is a B wave. And so we're actually starting the melt up right here. So we got basically A, B, and I think this could go, honestly, all the way up here to 186 tomorrow if we get a good CPI. And potentially even go higher and hit the target of 189, but 186 might be a target as well. We have a supply zone right here at 189. That's kind of what I'm looking at, but maybe only 187. So Tesla, long term though, I'm looking for this to either. So if you have daily demand right here, that's what it is. Daily demand right here, somewhere in this area. I'm looking for either W, X, Y. The 1.61 fib is sitting here at, excuse me, 133.36. So that would be a good destination. This could be ABC as well, by the way. But WXY down here. Or if we bottom, just like I talked about on QQQ and SPY, we melt up. Targets, if this is the bottom right here at 163, we're looking at a move all the way up to 275 to complete this overall corrective move. Or we are looking at a WXY move down here to 133, in which the next move higher would take it to 245. So 245, 275 long term, but short term, we don't know if we're going to get this up to 275 or we're going to get WXY and then this. Is it possible that this is a 5-wave move already and this is a second wave? No, because we had to hit the 50% retracement. We did not hit that. So this plays into exactly what QQQ and SPY are showing on the chart. Move down, potentially bottom here, or bounce and go lower and then go higher. So wanted to go over Tesla. That's the most interesting chart. But anyway, 189 is 187 to 189 should be coming soon before selling off down here to 133, or we bottom and we go straight to 275 from here. So anyway, that's it. I'll leave the key takeaways in the description, and that's it. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's see what CPI brings. I'm leaning bullish. Biden said last week that CPI is going to be lower than expected. We'll see if he was correct or not. So that's it. Have a good night. I'll see you in the morning.